Yo, what up, everyone in the crypto world? Today I'm going to be discussing why I think Bitcoin is a bubble. I mean, that's kind of a buzzword. I mean more of it's significantly going to be worth less in the future, in my opinion. I want to start off by saying I am not against Bitcoin. I mean, I'm completely not against it. I think it's great. It's doing so many great things right now. People are profiting. There's millionaires being made off Bitcoin. It is great. Because I hate in the crypto community how, especially with Ripple and Bitcoin, it's always, oh no, Ripple sucks, Bitcoin's great, oh no, Ripple's great, Bitcoin sucks. It's not that. I mean, like, we all have the same goal. We're all trying to turn a profit. We're all trying to become rich here. So I just want to start off by saying that I don't hate Bitcoin. You're making money on it. You're investing in it. You're doing your thing. I mean, that's great. Honestly, like, I think that's great. I mean, you're doing your thing. It's whatever. Like, I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Bitcoin sucks, you should pull your money out. No, if you're making money, bro, keep trading it. But I'm going to give my opinion on why I think in the future it's really not going to be as worth as much as it is today. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about three things. One is Bitcoin and payments. Two is Bitcoin and store of value. And three, Bitcoin as a service provider, or providing real service, or technically scalability. So, Bitcoin is not scalable. I recently sent Bitcoin from one exchange to another. It takes approximately freaking 2 hours. 2 hours to complete a transaction through Bitcoin between two exchanges or two counterparties. The fees are really high. The fees are really high compared to other currencies, and this is why it's never going to be used on a corporate scale. It really, truly isn't scalable. They have to keep splitting the blockchain to keep up with the transaction volume and how often it's being used. So, just right off the bat, first thing, it is not scalable. It's not going to be used on a corporate level. That will never happen with Bitcoin. I'm going to tell you right now. So, second thing I want to talk about is, it's seriously, now with all these other new innovative cryptocurrencies out right now, Bitcoin is old technology. It was the first blockchain created in 2008 without any significant improvements. I mean, I'm not entirely 100% on that. I know they made improvements, but not. It's basically the same as it was in 2008. Please correct me if I'm wrong. Now, with all these other cryptocurrencies that are way more innovative, they provide a better service, they're faster, they're more cost-effective, they target a certain market that could potentially be bigger than Bitcoin. It's like these other currencies, eventually one day they're going to take over. I'm not just talking about Ripple, which is what I'm invested in, but other things like Ethereum, Neo, Dash, other things that are more scalable, more cost-effective than Bitcoin, that are actually going to take over the payments market, and how Bitcoin will be left in the dust in terms of payments. And like I said, it's old technology. There's so many new blockchains and ledger protocols out there that Bitcoin is truly now, we can consider it an old technology. A TV from 2008 you think is really old because it only filmed in 720 pixels per line or whatever. Now we have 4K, so that's old technology. Bitcoin is now an old technology. Now the other side of people who agree that it's not going to be used for payments, say it's going to be used for a store of value. Now here's my problem with it. Bitcoin, it doesn't have like a real service that it provides to any businesses, or, I mean, personally it does, especially through dark web, or if you're trying to use it as a bank account to grow your funds. I mean, it can be a store of value, but a real store of value, it needs to have a true cause, a true service towards something. See, now, they call Bitcoin a store of value like the digital gold. Now, here's the thing with gold. Gold is used in a lot of technology, and it has a lot of real-world benefits to it. The problem with Bitcoin, you can't use Bitcoin for making computers. You can't use Bitcoin for making cars. You can't use Bitcoin for jewelry. It's strictly digital, which, I mean, if it is a store of value, I mean, there's not much to it. There's not much value it's actually providing to be a store of value. Like stocks. The Apple, Google stocks, they stay consistent, and they stay either rising or falling, depending on what the company's doing. If the companies aren't providing any value, the stock drops. So that's why Bitcoin, I don't think, is a great store of value in the future. I mean, right now it is a great store of value. It's tripled 8 times in the last year. So you would have made an 800% profit. So, I mean, that is great. That's great. But, I mean, as a store of value, it doesn't provide any real-world value to business, corporations, or government. And it's not cost-effective, and it's slow. So that's why I think it really can't be a store of value. So that's all I really wanted to say. It's like, with all these new innovative technologies, it's sort of inevitable for Bitcoin to be left in the dust. Because think of the first telephone companies. Think of the first, computer developers or car manufacturers. There's a lot of car manufacturers that don't exist anymore. I can't name any of those off the top of my head, but they weren't being innovative. They weren't being very cost effective. They costed more, so they ran out of business and they don't exist anymore. Same with telephone companies. So, Bitcoin right now, it's doing great. It's bringing so much attention to the cryptocurrency market. It's doing great things. Even though we're, especially us in XRP chat, most of us aren't invested in Bitcoin, but I don't think we shouldn't be excited for it to go up in value, because anytime it breaks that $1,000 barrier, it gets spread through so much mainstream media. Like right now, I think their crypto daily volume is like 10 billion, and a couple months ago it was only like 2 or 3 daily. So, even though you see Bitcoin go up and you're not invested in it, be happy, because that's bringing a lot of attention into the cryptocurrency market. Same with the Ripple partnerships. That is also, I think, playing a big factor in drawing attention to itself, not the whole market. But Bitcoin really attracts attention to the whole market. So yeah, that's what I wanted to close with. I don't think it can be a great store of value because it doesn't provide a real service. I don't think it can be used for payments because it's not scalable. It's not cost effective. It takes long transaction times. And it truly is an old technology. It's at the point now where there's so many new blockchains and ledgers that are out that provide such a better use case than Bitcoin. I know I'm invested in Ripple, anything. I'm not just talking about Ripple, like Ethereum, Dash, Neo, NEM, all those other things. I believe that all those that I just mentioned are probably going to be ahead of Bitcoin because they are much more cost effective, much faster, and provide a better service than Bitcoin does now. So that's what I wanted to end it with. If you're trading Bitcoin, you're investing, dude, you're making money, great. Please keep doing that. That's just pumping up the price and brings a lot of media influence in. So even if you're not invested in Bitcoin, be happy it's surging in value. That is benefiting every single cryptocurrency that exists. Thank you for watching this. Please like and subscribe and stay invested.